Backing up one of the truly elites at his position is no small void to fill. But did the dust settling behind Saquon Barkley's wake cloud just how good Miles Sanders is and can be? We'll discuss that next as our 2019 NFL Draft Profiles continue right here on DynastyLeagueFootball.com.
The NFL Draft Profile Series, NFL Prospects. Break it down, let's get it. People's pen and the gridiron scholar. Time to do it major. Let's see who running the field. Let's analyze the data. Yeah, let's go.
Now, it's hard to think about Penn State running backs and not immediately think of Saquon Barkley, of course. We saw how prolific his career was. We knew about this before he ever entered the NFL, and then once he did, he just put together one of the most remarkable rookie seasons for a running back. Miles Sanders was his understudy and shows some similar traits and kind of can be that upside guy, but there are some questions and maybe some limitations. He's definitely not at Barkley's ceiling. But, John, what are the things you like about him? Because this is a player I've come completely around on as this whole draft process has been ongoing.
Andy, I have also. And I'm so old, I remember Penn State when watching Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, and Blair Thomas come out and into the NFL draft. And I think I was clouded by Saquon Barkley like you had mentioned earlier. He was so good. I think I watched Miles Sanders earlier in the season with that cloak over my perspective. And I've really come around that this young man is going to be a very good NFL player. Hey, in high school, he was a 5-star prospect and consensus #1 player in the state of Pennsylvania. He sat on the bench for 2 seasons behind Saquon Barkley, who had one of the greatest college careers that I have seen in my lifetime of watching college football. Last year, he finally got the opportunity, and Andy, he was 2018 All-Big Ten second team and Penn State's most valuable offensive player. He finished second in the conference and 15th in the nation with over 1,200 yards rushing. He became the 16th player in school history to surpass 1,000 yards on the ground. He logged over 200 yards rushing versus Illinois. What a fantastic game that was. And he eclipsed the century mark 4 times. So his resume, even though it is only 1 season, definitely shows us that he can be a productive player, and he has great opportunity to repeat it in the NFL. Hey, his yards per carry were great, 6.0. He only had 32 receptions, but that was really because of his limited ability to really only start the last year on campus. But what really awoken me to him was his combine. Andy, he just hit a home run. His 40-yard dash, 4.49. 3-cone drill, 6.89. 20-yard shuttle, 4.19. Hey, I had to go back. I had to watch the film again because I had him around number 8 or 9. I have since moved him up dramatically in my rankings to number 3. And what I saw the second time around, he's 5'10", 211 pounds, a north-south runner. He's a determined ball carrier who fights off defenders. He evades the initial tacklers. I love it. He plants his foot and accelerates up the field. He bounces off defenders and he spins free. He's silky smooth hips and he sinks low through contact. He employs a nasty stutter step and he lowers his shoulder into opponents. He works the inside zone runs very well, and he's very good when exploding into the open field with second-level vision. Andy, I have a first-round grade on Miles Sanders now. He probably will go off the board, in my opinion, in the first round, definitely in the second. What do you think about Miles Sanders, Andy?
Well, I mentioned he might just be the one player I've come around most on, from starting out with just a pure numbers angle to diving deeper into how he got those numbers. The fumbling issues were and are an immediate red flag because they were in abundance. Now, you'd hope he can cut down on them, but we won't know for sure just yet because he didn't have a second full-time season to prove that he can cut down on them. However, John, there is a ton to like here, as you mentioned, and not just from the impressive combine he put together. In a class that seems redundant with undersized bell cows, Sanders offers close to prototypical every down size with the chance to add some more to his frame as well. He has a nice patience to his attack, and while some knock his tendency to bounce runs to the outside, it seems to be more out of necessity for me than an actual habit, meaning if the space is between the tackles and up the middle, he's just as comfortable there. He's able to move laterally with equal agility to both his left and his right, and then he shows a quick burst when he determines which hole he wants to hit, slithering between his blocks and gliding to open space. He also seems to have benefited from playing behind Saquon Barkley, picking up a few of his moves as well. I'd love to say I have undoubted confidence in him, but I do think he is a bit of a gamble, albeit one with arguably the highest upside in this class amongst the running backs. He is a testament to the lack of top-end talent at the running back position this year, and I can see him going anywhere from the first pick to the 10th off the board in this group. He'll land somewhere in my top 5 when it's all said and done, and I am really eager to see how he progresses at the next level. John, he's an intriguing player to me because it's tantalizing the talent that is there, but I don't know that he'll actually live up to it. I'm curious to know, though, a lot of people have moved him into their top 3, top 5 at the very least, so we all kind of agree that this guy has definitely caught our attention. How low are you, the Dynasty community, willing to draft him? Where do you think you're going to be taking Miles Sanders, and what's the absolute highest you'll invest, and what's the lowest you'll let him slip? Leave it in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear and start a conversation with you over this. Thanks for watching today. We hope you enjoyed it. Check out John's other work on Football Diehards. You can check out expandtheboxscore.com, my newly launched website, which has deeper analytics on every college touch for every college player. And, of course, all the great articles and podcasts right here on Dynasty League Football. Check out all the other players we're covering in this series as well. And thanks for tuning in today.